What's up, drama? Coming at you, the man with a face for radio and a voice for newsprint media with another review, this time for Prison Boss VR on PSVR. There are 4 story mode levels, which are just different prisons, and they have different requests for jobs and different requirements to escape, and they look a little different, as well as a boss mode, which changes things up a bit, and then arcade mode, which is solely score based. And one of the big selling points for me is there are cookies. Lots and lots of cookies. I'm kidding, but there are. There's cake, too. Ooh, tasty. So, as a pair of disembodied hands, the game may seem kind of similar to Job Simulator. I didn't find it to be so, but others may disagree. The goal here is to escape from prison. So, each of the 4 prison cells in story mode, and then in boss mode, you're trying to get a high score. Same thing with arcade mode. You are also scored in the story mode levels, so you do need to, if you're going for plat at least, you do need to work on getting gold medals on all of those, but they're relatively straightforward for the most part, although there is some RNG, which does impact your play, but it's not nearly as bad as it is in arcade mode, where RNG is the name of the game and you're heavily reliant on it. The game really, though, in story mode is all about planning, inventory management, and maximizing your funds. Because ultimately, what you need to escape if you want to get a high score is a fair bit of money, as each of the levels has certain requirements that you need to hit. And as you can see here, everything costs money. So you sell stuff, you buy stuff. You sell stuff, you buy stuff. All the while completing jobs where you're not earning money for completing jobs, but you are earning reputation, which then gets you new jobs and allows you to work towards your escape. It's a vicious and viciously entertaining loop. It really did it for me. It's something that I haven't seen done in other games, at least not in the VR space. And it was, honestly, it was a pleasant surprise. I didn't have high hopes for this. It seemed like, whatever. But a lot of people said it was good, thought I'd try it out, and I have come away agreeing that honestly, this is really, really good game. It's real fun. It is a bit of a workout, especially if you play for a long period of time, as you're doing a fair bit of motion. Here we are making some juice, I guess. And, there's a lot of shaking and moving to do so. What I found even more interesting, though, other than the, fact that it's an interesting gameplay cycle, is the game is actually really tense. So, right now, oh, hey, he's just making stuff, whatever. But I'm also worried about the guards that are patrolling. You can see them, depending on where they are, but you can always hear them when they're running around. So one's just showing up there. Can't see me at the moment because they're not right in front of my cell, thankfully. But it's really tense when you're trying to get that last piece of whatever made, or if you think you dropped an item. Because if you drop an item, or if you're working on an item while a guard passes you, you're in trouble. And so it's really tense, which is pretty cool. And adding to that tension is the fact that you actually have only a certain number of in-game days, because there's a day-night cycle in the game, to escape each prison if you want to score the gold medal for each prison. So that actually, really drives home how much you need to plan. I screwed up, I don't know how many times, where I thought, oh yeah, I'm good, and then, no, I'm not. Adding to the gameplay loop is the fact that you can make 11 different items, and not all of them are available in each of the story mode prisons. And in boss mode, you actually have to unlock both ingredients and tools to be able to make the more difficult items to make, so they're not just unlocked right away for you. So that includes erotic letters, which are kind of funny and disgusting at the same time. Erotic statues, ooh, more erotic. Cigarettes, which we're seeing here. Cookies, which I mentioned earlier, along with cakes. I really liked making knives because that just seemed really prison-y to me. I don't know. I got a kick out of it. Um, the gameplay is fun. It gets repetitive from the standpoint of you're making the same things, and honestly, my shoulder and elbow got sore by the time I was done with the 20 to 25 hour plat. It did take me a little bit longer than it may take you, um, just due to some issues I had with RNG on level 2, so the second prison. But it's a gameplay loop that the repetition doesn't get boring. It's fun, it's tense, it really does it for me. And the fact that there are different modes just adds to it. Honestly, the only thing I have to say bad about this is sometimes it's difficult to know where exactly the guards are coming from. Oh, two things. And sometimes you can get caught when you really shouldn't have, or at least I don't think I should have. But anyway, this is a must-play as far as I'm concerned for PSVR owners. I think that's the first time I've said that. Maybe not. Check it out. Give it a look. I think you'll like it.